Alright, what's up YouTube Galaxy here, and I'm gonna be bringing you in this episode of Gaming Talk a Modern Warfare 3 perk analysis from COD XP. I know it's a bit, late as far as perk analysis, whatever. As far as it goes, it comes pretty late, but I've had time to sit back, sort through all the information, observe what other people think, change my ideas, and all that stuff rather than just pushing out a video right and wait for maximum viewer and subscriber count, because we all know that it's the views that count and not the quality of the video. So let's just hop into it. This is going to be a long one. In Tier 1 we have Extreme Conditioning, Sleight of Hand, Scavenger, Blind Eye, and Recon. Extreme Conditioning is longer sprint distances, which I personally believe is a bit underpowered in this current. So extreme conditioning gives you longer sprint distances, and the pro lets you climb obstacles faster, which I think is underpowered in this current tier compared to all the other first perks, because it only gives you longer sprint distances, and it's, the maps in Call of Duty are decently small, so you don't need to run for massive distances. I think the only time it'll be helpful is on a shotgun class. Everything else, I think it is best to pick one of the others. The next perk is Sleight of Hand. Hasn't changed. It's faster reloading has the default ability, and the pro is faster weapon swapping, which is actually a really cool ability to have as pro, because what this essentially means is you can reload really quick, which is it's always been a great perk, first perk in Modern Warfare 2, and was an even better one in Black Ops, because in Black Ops there was you had more starting ammo compared to Modern Warfare 2, where you were kind of forced to run the Scavenger on a lot of weapons if you were a good player. So, and the faster weapon swap is, of course, really useful, particularly because you can go pick, especially with a shotgun, which is kind of another reason why extreme conditioning isn't as good as it used to, because it's only really useful for shotguns, as I previously stated, and with faster weapon swap, that it kind of becomes more important, because you can go pick up an assault rifle on the ground, then you have your long range weapon and your short range weapon, and you can constantly switch between the two as you see fit quickly. So it gives extreme conditioning a run for its money on the shotgun class, and everything else Sleight of Hand is just great for. The next perk is Scavenger, again a returning perk. Oh, and I guess it's important to say extreme conditioning is not marathon, it is sprint longer distances, not sprint unlimited distances, which is fantastic, because that was just extremely annoying, I found, in Modern Warfare 2. Marathon lightweight ninja just flank in an instant, and it was just a pain to deal with. I really like this longer distance compared to unlimited. So anyway, Scavenger is returning again. The starting ability is you pick up ammo from dead bodies. I'm not sure if it works with equipment and grenades. I think it does, but I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on that. And the pro ability is you start with more ammo. So again, great overall perk if you plan on living for a while and don't want to feed off scavenged weapons off the ground. Yes, that pun was intentional. The two next perks are actually brand new. The first is Recon, which is explosive damage, paints targets on the minimap, and the professional is bullets paint targets on the minimap. Now, I'm not sure if this is for just you or your whole team. If this is your whole team, this will be an amazing perk, but even if it's not and it's just you, it'll still be a fantastic first perk, because particularly with the pro, the explosive one not so much. With the bullets, it basically means that if you shoot someone and they run away and they live, then you know exactly where they are. So many times it goes like you shoot a guy, and then he runs around a corner, and then you run around the corner because you're like, oh, it's an easy kill because he's almost dead, and then you die because he's waiting around the corner for you. Well, now you know exactly where he's waiting, and you can pre-fire and all that good stuff. It has so many good potentials, and I think it's one of the better perks in the first tier. I mean, not quite as good as Sleight of Hand and Scavenger, which I would put as the best too, but still pretty dang good. And the last one is Blind Eye, which makes you undetectable from air support, and the Blind Eye Pro effect is launchers lock on quicker and extra bullet damage versus air support. So this is just your anti-air support class. It's nothing else. It's used only for shooting down air support. It really is only useful for that one class that you have with your Stinger missile to shoot down chopper gunners and everything. Anything else, it is really useless for. Okay, so moving on to Tier 2, we have Assassin, Blast Shield, Hardline, Overkill, and Quick Draw. Now, this is a tier which is getting a lot of contention and hate and volatile reactions from the community, but I would I would argue that this is a very balanced tier. Assassin is undetectable from UAVs, thermal, and heartbeat sensors, and the Pro is immune to EMPs and no red crosshairs on the name when you're targeted. Now, this is essentially Ghost from, like Black Ops or Cold Blooded, or it's essentially Ghost from Black Ops, except you're not invulnerable to helicopters and other types of offensive air support. And this is a great perk. It's not bad or anything. It is a fantastic perk. There's no arguing around that. Though, I think one thing which is really important to remember here is that you have to take Assassin in a new context. With the support kill streak loadout, where it doesn't reset when you die, there's going to be UAVs popping up all day, constantly. Assassin might be a necessary counter if these constant UAVs are overpowered and spammed and all that stuff, because in the other games, not too big of a deal because you need to get a 3 kill streak. Now you only need to get 3 kills. Assassin just became a whole lot more important, but not a whole lot more overpowered, because it was actually weakened from its previous iteration in Black Ops due to the fact that it's no longer immune to offensive air support. And also, it was further weakened through stiff competition in this tier, which can be seen in our second perk, Blast Shield, which is increased explosive resistance, and the Pro is resistance to flash and stun. So basically, this is Flak Jacket and Tac Mask Pro combined. This is, in my opinion, not in my opinion, but this is what I am going to be using the most, because you're basically immune. You make grenades, all types, useless against you. You are a tank. This is absolutely fantastic, particularly if you're like me and all you play is domination and you're a flag capper, you're a team player, and you don't get naded off the flags instantly. And even if you're not, that resistance is so useful because of the prominence of explosives in Call of Duty and also special grenades. It is really an amazing second tier perk. I don't know why people are skimming over it and focusing on Assassin, because if I had to pick the best perk in this tier, it would be Blast Shield, not Assassin or Overkill, which are the next best two. I mean, even though Blast Shield is not overpowered in this tier, because you have Assassin and Overkill and maybe even Hardline and Quick Draw to help balance it out and give you more options. So the next perk is Hardline, which is a returning perk. Kill streaks require 1 less kill, and also the Pro, you have to listen to this, every 2 assists counts as a kill towards your kill streak, and death streaks require 1 less death. Hardline, the Pro ability in the previous 2 games, not so good. Hardline was outclassed by Stopping Power in Modern Warfare 2, and in Black Ops, it was just that 1 kill or, Flak Jacket or Ghost. And because the Pro was only affected care packages here, the assist thing could be really, really, it's a really cool addition to help make Hardline more competitive. I still believe it is the weakest of the 3 perks over here. I mean, of all the tier 2 perks. However, it's still pretty decent with that assist, though it's not as good as it would be if there were like kill streaks in Halo or something, because you die really, quickly in Call of Duty, so you don't get assists constantly. Though in some things like Riot Shields, Hardline will be amazing for, because you get a lot of assists in Riot Shields from drawing fire, or maybe, sniper rifles, you get hit markers, I don't know, but it really does have potential to be useful. The next perk is Overkill. Carry 2 primary weapons is its primary ability, and its secondary ability is your secondary weapons have 2 attachments. This is an extremely, extremely competitive perk in this tier, particularly when you mix it with sleight of hand, because, as I said, assault rifle plus shotgun, like, that is an extremely deadly combination. You essentially get to the Modern Warfare 2 shotgun secondary thing, except in this game, shotguns are even better because they're primaries now, and, like, it's not going to be that's not overpowered, because you have to use, a perk slot to get this ability, so you're giving up Blast Shield or Assassin, but its importance for shotguns and snipers cannot be overstated. The only possible perk with shotguns and snipers, Overkill is a must. The only possible competition it has is Blast Shield. That is its only feasible competitor, because with shotguns you'll be flag capping, and with snipers you'll be camping, so you'll be naded out. But even then, the benefit of Overkill, I think, easily trumps whatever benefit you would get from Blast Shield, unless explosives are overpowered, in which case it's a whole nother ball game. So, again, a really good perk to compete with Assassin. I would rather take Overkill over Assassin on my shotguns and my snipers, and even on my assault rifles and submachine guns. I would honestly consider it, though I would, again, prefer Blast Shield. And the final perk is Quick Draw, which is faster ADS, and professional ability is recover from equipment and grenade usage quicker. Now, probably the weakest in this tier, maybe a little better than Hardline, but it's pretty dang close, because faster ADS now on a sniper, very useful if you're going to be like quick scoping and stuff, but when you're sniping, when I snipe, I don't run around trying to be Zergriz. I snipe. So Quick Draw will be very useful for those quick scopers, and maybe snipers in general too. However, I personally know that I would personally prefer the ability to carry a second primary than faster aiming with my sniper rifle. It is still important to point out that it is useful for something, though not really its best tier here. I think it would be better if Quick Draw and Sleight of Hand were switched. This way, tier 2 would truly be like the ultimate tier where you have to make a really tough decision for, compared to the fact that Sleight of Hand is too good in tier 1 and Quick Draw is too bad in tier 2, but and its second effect, recovering from equipment and grenade usage quicker, is pretty good when you stack it with Scavenger. This way you could be throwing stuns all day every day, but it's not really a serious benefit. Again, not comparable to Overkill, Blast Shield, or Assassin. Now let's move on to tier 3.